Hello and welcome to Peter Scott Cars. Today we have this 68 plate, very high specification Volvo V60 estate. I will run through some of the high specification as we go around the vehicle. Fantastic example with a 7 stamp service history. Just starting with the front of the car, get as close as I can so you can see there's no stone chips of any note. That is the case all the way along the front of the vehicle. As I get very close to the edge of the bonnet, front of the bumper, the only thing I can notice, some very minor stone chips. Just put my fingernail next to a couple of them, just so you can see how insignificant they are. Have to be very close to even notice them at all. As I said, front of the car really couldn't be any better. I've seen plenty of vehicles with a lot less miles than this Volvo, with far more stone chips. Really couldn't be any better, the front of the car. As I go around the vehicle, I'll get a close up to all of the bumper corners so you can see they are free from any scuffs or marks. No marks or scuffs to the centre of the bumper, lower down either, can also be quite common. Again, bumper corner free from any marks or scuffs. Just point out, as part of the high specification, car's got the front and rear parking sensors, also has the 360-degree parking cameras. You'll notice the front camera underneath the manufacturer's badge. Looking down the driver's side of the vehicle, very straight, can't see any parking dents. There was a very minor parking dent on the rear door which we had picked up on. Very minor, and I will point it out in a second. Certainly can't see it from this distance. As I go around the vehicle, I'll get a close up to all of the alloy wheels to show you how nice they are. Starting with the driver's front alloy wheel, I'm struggling to see a single mark at all. While I'm low down, just point out there's no marks or damage to the driver's sill. Easy to go over a high curb, mark or damage the sill. Not the case with this V60. There isn't anything negative to point out on the driver's front wing. Moving on to the driver's door, exactly the same. I'm struggling to see anything detrimental to point out at all. It's got the power folding mirrors, both of those mirror covers free from any scuffs or marks. Get a close up underneath the driver's door handle to highlight there's no marks or scratches. Can be very common, particularly on the driver's door. Can't spot any chips to the driver's door edge either. Again, can be quite common. Very minor parking dent just on the rear door there. Have to be very close to even notice it at all. It is that minor that I actually can't even pick it up on the camera, but it hasn't chipped or marked the paintwork, so I can confirm our paintless dent removal specialist will have that completely removed before collection or delivery. There's no marks underneath the handle or the door edge. Nice again. Onto this rear panel, exactly the same. There isn't anything to mention. As I've already said, all bumper corners free from any scuffs or marks, and that alloy wheel exactly the same as the driver's front. Struggling to see a single mark at all. Again, I just reiterate, the parking dent we have picked up on is that minor that I really can't show it on the camera. Just slightly underneath the door handle there. And again, just to confirm, that will be completely removed. Into the vehicle from the driver's side. First, I just get a close up to the driver's step. Sometimes people drag the feet going into the vehicle, mark the paintwork on the step. Absolutely not the case with this cherished Volvo. It's got the full black leather interior as part of the high specification. Front seats are heated and cooled. Has the heated steering wheel also, and the front seats do have the memory option. So absolutely huge specification with this vehicle. And inside the car couldn't be any better. Just get a close up to the wing and edge of the driver's seat. Absolute minimal wear. Car's got the electric panoramic sunroof as part of the very high specification. Car has had the overmats fitted, so there's no sign of any wear to the carpet or footwells. Get a close up to the driver's footwell to highlight that. Just lean into the car to show you the center console, gear knobs around. Sometimes people jump in, put keys, coffee cups on the center console, end up marking the console, gear knobs around, but again, not the case with this cherished Volvo. Car's also got the Apple CarPlay satellite navigation as part of the high specification. All the leather on the steering wheel, really nice again. I said at the start of the video, I've seen lower mileage vehicles with a lot more stone chips than this particular Volvo. That applies to the seat as well. If someone told you that seat had covered 30 to 40,000 miles, you really would believe them. Just mentioned there's no unwanted odours of the vehicle, no smells of smoke or pets. Seats in the rear, again, really couldn't be any better. Just get a close up to the edge of the seat to highlight that. There's no kick marks or scuffs to the rear of the front seats, can also be common. No problem with any of the carpets. Show you that sunroof from the rear of the car, fantastic feature to have. Just bringing you around to the rear of the vehicle. As I've already said, all bumper corners free from any scuffs or marks. Can't see any marks to the centre of the bumper either. Easy to park a little bit too close to someone or something, mark the centre of the bumper, but again, not the case with this Volvo. Also just get very low down so you can see there's no scuffs to the underside. Easy to go over a high curb, scuff the underside, but again, not the case. Struggling to see anything to mention. Onto the tailgate of the car. Again, there isn't anything to point out as part of the high specification. Car's got the power opening and closing tailgate. Inside the luggage compartment, same as the rest of the interior, really couldn't be any better. All nice and clean. Parcel shelf, of course, is present. Just want to get a close up to the top of the bumper and the interior trims. Sometimes with these practical size vehicles, people buy them for the large luggage compartment, subsequently end up putting in items a little bit carelessly, scratching the top of the bumper, scuffing the trims. As you can see, not the case with this cherished V60. Struggling to see any scratches at all to the top of the bumper. Trims couldn't be better. A couple of the absolute faintest marks to the chrome trims, but really nothing at all. Bumper corner again, free from any scuffs or marks. Looking down the passenger side of the vehicle, can't spot any parking dents. Alloy wheel, again, same as the other two I've already shown. You're struggling to see any scuffs or signs of curbing at all. While I'm low down on the passenger side again, just point out there's no marks or damage to the passenger sill. Onto this rear panel, certainly no scratches or parking dents to mention. Can just spot a very minor stone chip just on the wheel arch there. Have to be very close to even notice at all. Can't see anything else to mention on the panel. Again, all the door edge really nice. Underneath the handle, exactly the same. Rest of the door, there isn't anything to mention. Do want to take it into the vehicle from both sides, just so I can show you all the edge of the seats. No kick marks or scuffs to the rear of the passenger seat. As I already said, couldn't be better inside. Moving on to the front door. If there's going to be any chips to the door edges, usually on the front doors, or marks underneath the handle, usually on the front doors also, but passenger door, same as the driver's. Struggling to see anything to mention. Just a little bit of rainwater there, just wipe that away so you can absolutely see, not a mark to the actual paintwork. Can just spot a very minor stone chip. Just put my finger down next to that. Disappears as I take a small step back. Mirror cover again, free from any scuffs or marks. Onto the passenger front wing, again, there isn't anything to mention. And the final alloy wheel. As I've gone around all four of the alloy wheels, I'm struggling to see any marks at all. It really is an absolutely cherished example. Go around the entire vehicle, inside and out, other than some very insignificant stone chips. Other than that, I'm struggling to see anything to mention. And those stone chips do not detract from the look of the car at all. Have to be very close to even notice. Inside and out, really don't think could be any better. Into the vehicle finally from the passenger side. Again, passenger step, free from any marks or scuffs. Passenger seat, same as the others. Absolute minimal wear, couldn't really be any better. Just lean across and show you the driver's seat from the passenger angle also. You see plenty of cars where you're looking from the driver's side, seat looks fine. Then when you look across on the passenger angle, driver's seat looks really worn and out of shape. Not the case with this V60 estate, couldn't be better from either angle. It really is a cherished example, going around the entire car, inside and out. Some very, very minor stone chips, and other than that, really can't see anything to mention. And of course, that very, very minor parking dent, which will be completely removed before collection or delivery. It is worth noting we have all of our vehicles independently inspected by the AA. That is a 128-point inspection, which includes a 5-mile road test by an AA engineer just to make sure the vehicle is mechanically correct and correct on the road. You can view the 128-point AA inspection report on our website at peterscottcars.co.uk. We also have finance calculators on our website, so if you are interested in any additional funding to purchase this very high specification Volvo, you can pop to our website, model a finance quote and apply for finance directly through our site. We always guarantee the lowest rate of finance coming direct to ourselves. So if you are thinking of financing the car for an outside finance company or finance broker, please get in touch with ourselves first for the guaranteed lowest rate of finance. We also have free finance eligibility checkers on our website, so if you're unsure whether you'll be approved on finance, you can do a free eligibility checker. It tells you straight away your chances of approval and at what rate. So we have very low rate prime finance available, but if you have had a few issues with your finances in the past, your credit isn't the best, please don't hesitate to get in touch. We deal with a number of specialist lender and broker partners who always guarantee the lowest rate for your individual profile. So any financing needs at all, whether you have good or bad credit, please get in touch. Likewise, if you need any further information about the car at all. I've just been around the vehicle a couple of times just to make sure I haven't missed anything. And I say again, an absolutely cherished example, really couldn't be any better. Hopefully you found the video helpful. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch, and if you need any further information at all, as I've already said, please don't hesitate to get in touch.